After his baptism by John the Baptist, Jesus did something unexpected. He went into the wilderness for 40 days. No food. Alone. And there Satan tempted him. Turn these stones into bread. Throw yourself down from the temple. Bow to me, and I will give you all the kingdoms of the world. Jesus was hungry. He was physically weak, but spiritually unshakable. He answered every temptation with Scripture. Where Adam failed, Jesus stood firm. He showed us something powerful. Temptation is real, but so is victory. On a quiet mountainside near Capernaum, crowds gathered. Jesus began to speak. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are the peacemakers. This became known as the Sermon on the Mount. He taught people to love your enemies, forgive 70 times 7, pray in secret, give without seeking applause. In a world obsessed with power, Jesus preached humility. In a world filled with hate, he commanded love. Jesus didn't choose the powerful. He chose fishermen, tax collectors, sinners. One day, he met a tax collector named Matthew. Others despised him. Jesus said simply, "Follow me," and Matthew left everything. Another time, religious leaders dragged before him a woman caught in adultery. They wanted to stone her. Jesus said, "Let him who is without sin cast the first stone." One by one they walked away. Jesus didn't condemn her. He restored her. This is who he was. Not just powerful, compassionate. One night on the Sea of Galilee, a violent storm struck. The disciples panicked, but Jesus was asleep. They woke him, terrified. "Lord, save us." Jesus stood up and spoke 3 words, "Peace, be still." Instantly the wind stopped. The waves calmed, and the disciples whispered, "Who is this, that even the wind and sea obey him?" Sometimes the storm outside you is nothing compared to the peace inside him. As Passover approached, Jesus entered Jerusalem riding on a donkey. Crowds shouted, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." They expected a political king, but Jesus came as a servant king. Not to conquer Rome, but to conquer sin. On the night before his crucifixion, Jesus shared a final meal with his disciples. He broke bread. "This is my body." He lifted the cup. "This is my blood, poured out for many." He washed their feet. The King of Heaven, washing the feet of fishermen. True greatness is serving. One of his closest disciples, Peter, promised loyalty. "Even if everyone else leaves you, I never will." But when fear came, Peter denied Jesus 3 times. And when the rooster crowed, he wept bitterly. Yet after the resurrection, Jesus restored him. Failure was not the end. Grace was greater. After rising from the dead, Jesus met his followers one last time. He gave them a mission: go and make disciples of all nations. Then, on the Mount of Olives, he ascended into heaven. But he promised, "I am with you always." Not sometimes, always.